A judge has struck down Ron DeSantis from banning an abortion rights ad from playing in Florida in the run-up to the November election. And we're gonna give you all the details because what the judge actually said is about as condescending a comment as I've ever seen a judge make, which is amazing. We'll have that. But in case you didn't see the ad that DeSantis was desperate to shut down, take a look.
When I saw the tumor on the MRI, my first thought was, am I gonna be able to see my daughter again? The doctors knew if I did not end my pregnancy, I would lose my baby, I would lose my life, and my daughter would lose her mom. Florida has now banned abortion, even in cases like mine. Amendment 4 is going to protect women like me. We have to vote yes.
And so this is, we've seen several of these ads playing in different parts of the country. It's, people talking about the experience that they have suffered from, the very predictable and predicted experience as a result of the death of Roe v. Wade. Ron DeSantis, the Republicans of Florida, have one of the most egregious bans on reproductive freedoms there. And considering that there's this very important ballot measure that will be voted on to possibly give people back the rights they had their entire life up until Trump killed it, seems important that they know what's going on. And it also is understandable why Ron DeSantis and the Republicans would not want that ad to play. It's powerful. It affects people, understandably so. And so they had threatened news organizations from playing that ad. And on Wednesday, a group called Floridians Protecting Freedom, which backs the amendment that we were discussing, sued in federal court after the attempt to ban it. The Florida Department of Health, led by Joseph Ladapo, oh my God, that guy's look him up, Google him. But anyway, sent letters to stations claiming that the ad was false and a sanitary nuisance, which that is not what a sanitary nuisance is. Ron DeSantis alone with a couple pudding cups is a sanitary nuisance. I don't know what the ad thing is.
Get him, John! Big up! Oh,
you've been
nailed it.
Anyway, but that
you got John.
The DeSantis administration argued it doesn't violate First Amendment protections to ban it because it was false or whatever. Again, the words of a true free speech absolutist. Like, I don't like your ad, I'm going to ban it with the power of the state. But anyway, here's what the judge said. This is what everyone clicked on the video for. The government cannot excuse its indirect censorship of political speech simply by declaring the disfavored speech is false. The very purpose of the First Amendment is to foreclose public authority from assuming a guardianship of the public mind through regulating the press, speech, and religion. In this field, every person must be his own watchman for truth because the forefathers did not trust any government to separate the true from the false for us. To keep it simple for the state of Florida, it's the First Amendment, stupid. And I just like that. I don't necessarily, with all that we've seen of a lot of judges, I don't want a lot of judges necessarily getting into the insulting game. But I think in this case, it makes all the sense in the world. Ron DeSantis, he knows what he's doing. They all know what they're doing. And any Republican who liked the ban on this does not like it because they think it fits cleanly into the conception they have of the First Amendment. Not at all. They know it's a violation of the supposed values they claim to have, but they don't care because they think it will hurt the Democrats. It's as simple as that. Brett, thoughts?
Yeah, like this is anti-free speech DeSantis, period. Like I thought he was for free speech. He's saying it all the time. He loves to repeat that catchphrase. And so does Elon Musk, by the way. But then Elon Musk says he's a free speech website guy. And he let the people decide for themselves what's what. But then he banned Ken Klippenstein for posting basically what JD Vance was really up to.
Yeah,
they don't mean it. They don't believe it. It's weird. It's bad. And if you thought that, like they're basically admitting to you, like Ron DeSantis, Donald Trump, Elon Musk, they're admitting to you every single day that they're just as bad as the people you think they're here to vanquish. They're doing the exact same thing they're criticizing because of course they are. Because they get points for saying the other person's bad, and then they try to actually do that stuff because they think it'll benefit them in the long run. It can't. Like, it's so insane that he wants to just ban an ad. Both Donald Trump and Ron DeSantis are anti-free speech. They're against arguments against themselves. They don't want you to see. It's not that they want you to disbelieve them. They don't want you to see them, which is an even bigger indictment than the alternative, which is like seeing them and then arguing against them and then losing that argument. They don't even want you to. They say they got nothing on it. And let me add something else in the wrinkle of this, like abortion thing, right? There's a, the argument for overturning Roe versus Wade is put it back to the states. And then the counter argument to that is let's have a nationwide law. Now, there's an analog to that in the immigration debate where like, you got these initiatives in each state that are winning and that are making abortion safe and legal in the states where they pass. If Donald Trump was if the Democrats were doing to that what Donald Trump does to immigration, the Democrats would sink each one of these, abortion right amendments to constitutions, but they're not, because they actually seem to care about the issue at hand. They care about protecting women. Donald Trump wants you to think he cares about stuff like immigration, but he actually submarined the immigration reform bill that was supported by Republicans and Democrats. Similar to this, similar to that, he just doesn't care about the stuff he says he cares about. And he is just as bad as the people he wants you to believe are the enemy.
Yeah, that's a great point. I'm gonna close just by mentioning that I'm gonna say a fact, and we're gonna put up a chart, and it's gonna make very little sense that both of these things are true at the same time. But unfortunately, as of right now, the amendment is failing because, as you can see in this chart, it's only at 54% support. And people from outside of the US might be like, wait, what? How does that make sense? Oh, you know how the Republicans want everything to be up to the will of the people? Well, but not like just a majority of the people, 60% of the people. That seems right. Why? Because way less amendments will pass that way. That's it. Ballot measures, rarely is there that much unanimity. And so we're just gonna raise the threshold because we don't want things that we support that the people don't to be overturned. That's it. That's it. I think that it might still pass. I certainly hope that it does for the people of Florida, but I think it's ridiculous. It's like when, a bill never goes up for a vote in the Senate because only 56 senators support it or whatever. It's ridiculous, the state of our democracy. When you click the join button and become a tier 2 member, you get access to all of our weekly top 10 lists. What are you waiting for?